Welcome to Society, the podcast. Today we're going to have a really fun episode. We're going to be going into our anime segment. We're going to be breaking down some dope animes that's going on these days and kind of go into some throwbacks of some animes from back in the day. So first and foremost, we're going to start with introductions. So we're just going to go left to right. We're going to make it a little fun, have a little icebreaker, and you're going to say your name and the first anime you remember watching as a kid.
Oh man, so I'm Uyi. First anime. Dragon Ball Z probably. I feel like everybody's gonna say.
Yeah.
So that's definitely what kind of introduced me to the world of anime. But when I really became like interested in how like intricate the storylines are and things like that, it's probably Death Note.
That's a good one.
That's what's up. Yeah, my name is Davis. I would say the first anime that I really got introduced. I didn't really watch Cartoon Network growing up, Wow. Yeah, I always heard about Dragon Ball Z, but I never got into it to this day. I got into it later on. But first one was Naruto. Naruto was like the first one. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, so that was
for sure.
That was the first one I got into.
Like nice. I'm the host. So one of the first ones. It was two that I really watched a lot as a kid. Of course, Dragon Ball Z, but then like Ronin Warriors. I don't know if y'all remember that. That was a dope one. And I remember there was the tiger. Yeah. And so the tiger on there was named Blaze. So I named I had a pet like a goldfish at the time who was like kind of red. So I named it Blaze.
Wow.
And the other one was Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing was like
I forgot.
Dopest animes of all time in my opinion. Like it was like I never really got into Transformers, but like Gundam Wing, it was crazy, dog.
Now, that's blasphemy. Crazy. I think people who are really into Gundam would gasp at the fact that you compare Gundam and Transformers.
I know. I just think of like the mobile unit, the huge mobile unit.
Was Samurai Jack considered?
I
watched Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack is up there.
It was like
Samurai Jack is up there.
I'm glad you said that. We're gonna go to a question about some animes that aren't traditional animes that we would throw in that category because I got a couple too. But I would throw Samurai Jack in there because he was handy with the sword. He was handy with that sword for sure.
So my name is Bayo, and the first anime that I watched was Samurai Pizza Cats. Very obscure, but it was a knockoff to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
It's like the Japanese version.
Okay.
And they would actually jump into Gundam-like machines and fight crime.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pizza.
That's dope. That's dope. I gotta look at that. What's it called?
Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cat. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Name is Solomon. First anime I remember watching, running home, watching Goku on the Nimbus Cloud, like everybody else. I watched DBZ, but I say the one I have most memories of is probably Naruto. I think growing up, like when you're like 10, 9, and you see some of that dark stuff they're doing on there, man, like, hold up, it's getting serious, you know? Exactly. So I'd say that one I can rewatch, and it's very sentimental when you look back on it. Like, man, like it's been 15 years since this aired.
Yo, that's wild.
I'm getting old. And
that's why I can't catch up.
It's so many, the Naruto's, man. There's so many episodes when the people are like, man, I haven't watched Naruto. It's like, dog, it's a hard to get in it, dog.
We didn't even talk about One Piece.
One Piece too. One Piece really good. 1,000 plus episodes deep.
It's a whole way of life.
Man.
It's hard. All right, cool. So we're gonna go into our first question. So we're gonna go left to right. Top 3 animes of all time, in your opinion. Top 3.
Of all time.
To you.
To
whatever you think,
All right.
Samurai Turtles.
So this is to me. All right, best storyline I think. Like effortlessly took things from season 1 and 2 and brought them back in the last season. Things like that. Gotta be Attack on Titan. Even though
cool.
I'm a little bitter about how long they made us wait for things. Attack on Titan probably number 1. Yeah. For nostalgia reasons, Dragon Ball Z got to be number 2. And number 3, this is one of the ones that people don't consider anime, and we'll probably talk about it later, but Avatar, the storyline of Avatar is next.
I saw Avatar in that anime conversation too. It's up there.
I guess I'm gonna be in the minority opinion as a purist and say that it's not
anime. Come on. And Aang earned his stripes, bro. Aang earned his stripes, bro. He got to learn all 4 styles: air, fire, water, earth, bro. That ain't. You gotta give him some credit.
So what is considered anime though?
I think it's from Japan. Like,
It has to be. It has to be like Japan made.
Okay, so
Japan
Avatar is American.
Japanese
It's American made.
It's American made, but there is Asian. It's based
Anime
in Asia.
influence.
And you
Of
can
course,
see the
anime.
anime.
But how long are we gonna stick to that
Anime-ish.
definition, bro? When you talk about things like Blue Eye Samurai and things like that, like you can't knock how good some of these things are. Like maybe we can create its own category, but man, come on.
American anime.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, not all anime is made. Is Full Metal Alchemist Japanese made?
Yes. Full Metal Alchemist?
I think so.
But it's
I think
based
it
on
is.
it's based on like European rule and war.
Yeah, but
a
a lot of different animes do that.
I got you.
But we can say for sure that American anime versus Japanese anime, the creativity is totally different.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah.
Storyline,
character development.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, character development is very different.
Facts. Like these Netflix like anime is terrible.
Yeah.
Adult themes.
I will, not terrible, but different. You know,
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I would say, man, of course, Attack on Titan. I remember the first time I got Attack on Titan, it was 2013. I was in school, and my roommate, his name is Dante. I'll remember him forever for putting me on that show. But yeah, Attack on Titan. Yeah, that was one for me. I would say another one. Man, there's so many good ones. But Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, like that one. That one.
That's heat.
Man, like that one, beautifully written, character development. And then I would say next is a newer one, My Hero Academia. I think for me, that speaks to
top 3.
Yeah, My Hero. Yeah, because it speaks to me in a way that's just like, I think for me, I see myself as Deku. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of the underdog.
Yeah.
So you sensitive.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Like, no, what I'm sensitive, but I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time too. So it's just like, I always like remember like I always wanted like this mentor like in life, and I always wanted to transform my life. And I think that's why Shonen Jump, that category is always the best for me.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So
Is that
why-
3?
Yeah, it's the My Hero.
I said My Hero,
Hunter
Attack on Titans. Oh, and Hunter x Hunter. Right. You did say that. I say my top 3, man. I gotta throw Death Note in there. Death Note is just like it's very different, bro.
Yeah.
It goes away from the typical pattern of typical anime because it's so cognitive, bro. Like they're not necessarily just like throwing hands, that dying by the sword, but it's such a mind game between like L and Light.
Bro,
and
it was hard for me not to put that in the top 3 because that's what introduced me into it.
Crazy,
I'm like, yo, this anime is next level.
Yeah.
Like I love film and television, but the storylines in anime, I'm like, yo,
Bro,
next
it's
level.
crazy. And that's how like anyone that's like not in the anime, and I'm like, yo, what's a good anime to start? I was on Death Note.
Same.
One, because it's such a good anime, but it's like short. It's like 20-something episodes.
Exactly.
So it's like one of these like 1,000 episode One Piece, Naruto, and it's like easy to follow. So Death Note, Attack on Titans, I gotta throw that in there. Like you said, the storytelling from start to finish is so impeccable, and like to know that the writer started writing it as a teenager, it's crazy, bro. Like it's like it really reminds me of like the Israeli and Palestine conflict because you got two people who are inhabiting the similar geographic space, but they're like finding these differences between each other. Like, yo, you a piece of ish, you know what I'm saying? Versus y'all, like, nah, y'all the devils, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like
Yorubas and Igbos.
Yorubas and Igbos, you know, you want to go to the tribal wars. So it's some real stuff. Like it has real life implications and real life analogies. So like I gotta throw that in there. And I like you said, the wait time, it was too much. But if you watch it as a one solid unit, it's like.
Yeah, it's almost like a money grab. Like everything wants to split the last season, the last movie into 2 parts. 3 parts.
It's a money grab. But some of these money grabs, like One Piece, right? They have so many fillers and they just draw stuff out. But it's like almost every episode of Attack on Titans is like essential.
I know. Yeah, I didn't feel like there was a whole lot.
Hating on One Piece. Man.
I ain't hating on One Piece. I'm talking about
One Piece.
No, it's not just One Piece. That's a common anime trope.
The story is great, but they draw it out.
Just drawing stuff out is a common anime trope. Like remember growing up, like Dragon Ball Z, there would be one conversation and one fight that would last 6 episodes.
Exactly.
A transformation will be about.
Bleach. They're doing that with Bleach right now.
Yeah.
Have you been watching Bleach?
Yeah.
As far as like the drawn out.
You know what
I mean? Like it came back after how many years? Just like Attack on Titan, but the character development, everything is much different from Attack on Titan. It's not comparable for sure.
Demon Slayer does it. Like they have
Demon
those
Slayer
like
we're gonna talk about that Demon Slayer too. We're gonna talk about that Demon Slayer too.
Man.
So Death Note, Attack on Titans, and my last one, I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna go Dragon Ball Z because not X that. I'm gonna go Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is still, and that's a bold take because it's not finished yet, right? Like they're still actively writing the manga, but like the way that they're telling the story, like you think Yuji's the like main guy, and he is, but then you meet Gojo, you meet Yuta, who Zero is about, and you're like, yo, there's so many different angles to this. And we're gonna go on more about Jujutsu Kaisen, but I gotta throw Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe it's recency bias because I'm just like actively in it. I might be. I might be a victim in the moment. But Jujutsu Kaisen is like, it's on to a great start.
We're gonna talk about that one.
We're gonna talk about that. All right.
So you said Hunter x Hunter, and like definitely Hunter x Hunter. Like so many like intricate storylines, character development, even the power systems are like complex. Shout out to the Chimera Ant arc.
Oh,
all time
Chimera Ant arc. Oh my
favorite,
gosh.
best arc ever.
No, it was good. It was good.
Second would be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, that was good one.
Yes.
Wow.
I literally stood up and applauded at the final episode.
I applauded, bro. Salute.
Yes.
Salute, bro. That's good. I wanted to say Full Metal. Full Metal's up there for sure.
The same thing, like politics, you know. And then lastly, like I've heard some hate in this conversation. But One Piece. It's still going.
I haven't tapped in, but people love the Netflix remake.
People say it's too long, but that's the point, right? This is a lifestyle. It's a journey. Like just come on board and meet your little pirate.
What about
friends?
for me who wants to binge? I can't catch up. It's impossible. You can't have a life and then catch up with One Piece.
I've been binging for 4 years, bro.
It is a lifestyle. Your whole life.
Yeah. Your whole life.
It's your whole life. Facts. Absolutely.
Because that was 3, right?
Yeah, that was there.
Yeah. I like a lot of what I'm hearing right now. I'd say Attack on Titan for me, just storytelling wise, like rolling off that 3rd season, I had to read the manga, I had to read exactly what's going on, and then to see, sorry, spoilers if you haven't watched it, but what Eren infiltrating the different countries, stuff like that, I think
that was crazy.
Connection, the subtleties that they had was just amazing. And even with the ending that we talked about, I think it's still like, I haven't seen something like it in drama, like American shows, anything like it before.
Right.
Number 2, I'm gonna go a little bit different. I got a roll in top 3. I don't have anything set, but Cowboy Bebop is like the opposite for me. Where it's like it's very subtle storytelling. Like for like 20 episodes, you don't know what's happening until they drop a lot of this stuff. Okay. I think it just is great. Classic they lean on the characters, they let them show out, and I feel like not a lot of animes do that in a very mature way a lot of the times, and I think Cowboy Bebop did that and did it successfully. I think the third one...
Cowboy Bebop's another Netflix casualty, by the way, too.
That's true.
Another one that they tried to remake.
I didn't even watch the remake.
They did it to Death Note. Remember Death
Live
Note?
action.
That was terrible.
Even though they had Death Note live action.
Don't even waste your time,
I
bro.
ain't gonna waste my time.
Don't even waste your time.
I don't want to mess up the memories.
Don't even waste your time.
No, you good. I appreciate that.
And my third, I'd say Hunter x Hunter. It's just like nothing beats it in rewatchability. Like you just turn it on and you get sucked into an arc, man.
Y'all, everyone pray for Togashi, man, that he can finish the actual story of Hunter x Hunter.
There's a lot. There's a lot still to be desired for sure.
Next level.
All right, nice. So now we're gonna talk about Demon Slayer. So first of all, Demon Slayer is a hot anime out right now. They recently released a movie, the Training Arc movie. A few of us went to go see it.
I didn't go.
But what are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts on the Demon Slayer movie, the Training Arc? You know, so what y'all think?
Did it feel like filler?
It was filler.
It was
a filler. It was literally watching the episodes of the anime show, you know, at the movie theater. And then the last 15, 30 minutes was, you know what I mean, just him sleeping in bed and arguing with his friends.
Right.
That's really what it was.
And talking about what they gonna do. Yeah. we gonna train. Y'all ain't gonna see it, but we gonna train. Tune in next time.
But it was like, remember the beginning scene? Like, whenever they actually started the real movie, whenever they got rid of obviously what we see on the episodes of that first fight scene at the castle.
That was it.
That was live. I thought the movie was beating. I was like, okay, the movie's about to start now.
Yeah.
And then after that, like it was such an emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? Because it's just like we
literally and physically.
Yeah, man. Like,
what do you mean physically? What do you mean physically?
So we thought it would be a good idea to go to see a 4D movie and Demon Slayer, right? Like, oh man, we're doing the water breathing and stuff like that. But we didn't realize what we were getting into.
I wish I could pull up the text message
so
when I told you
when I tell you we were in the chair like actively shaking, like going to the left and right, and like, bro, like we had to stand up. It was so uncomfortable. Like, this is the last 4D movie I will ever watch.
And then you feel some water on you.
I feel some water, and I'm like, bro, I don't know where this water came from. Is this like used toilet water? Is this Texas water dirty anyway? So I'm like, I really don't want y'all.
And then someone poking you in the back.
Yeah, somebody's like giving you like a very uncomfortable massage, and then like doing the punches. I'm like, I'm good. I couldn't even enjoy my meal, bro. I'm like, I'm losing popcorn. I'm like, pay for this? Like, yeah, it was crazy. But it was very much a filler, though. Like David said, like the part where the two Hashira were in there, the Wind Hashira and the Snake Hashira were like, getting active. That was live.
Right.
But that lasted all of like 5 minutes.
They didn't even fight real villains. Those are all like fodder villains.
Yeah. And they kind of teased like, where we're going, but it was just kind of like, it was very much an emotional letdown for sure.
I mean, would it be anime without filler though?
Not as a movie.
He said not as a movie?
Fillers are cool as episodes, but when you pay a movie and go to a movie theater, you're not expecting filler.
Trying to watch
we
30
should have
minutes
learned our lesson with Mugen Train arc.
But Mugen Train,
what you mean?
Mugen Train was fire.
All I'm saying is they had it as a movie, and then the new season comes out, and it's the movie being played
out.
Yeah,
we knew that was gonna happen.
But I mean,
Mugen Train,
movie first.
Mugen Train was lit though.
They gave us a movie first, so the movie was new.
It was lit.
Then we saw the, and then
we saw the season, and it was like, this is the movie.
Through it,
But that was cool because I'd already seen the movie.
So next time, I'm just gonna wait for the season to drop.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
It's May, right? May 12th or something, I think.
May 12th, yeah. But I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do it because like no spoilers, but like.
All spoilers.
It's in the title.
You mean manga spoilers or what?
Yeah, no manga spoilers. But like it's in the title, it's a training arc.
Yeah.
So like it's not like an antagonist.
Yeah.
Like I mean and other animes have done training arcs. Like remember the Cell Saga and DBZ when they like going through, like okay, Goku and Gohan in the hyperbolic chamber. But like meanwhile we got some other guys, Piccolo getting his butt handed to. Krillin's, dying for the 16th time. While we trying to buy time for Gohan and Goku.
That's a good comparison.
But it's like this one, I don't know how they're gonna make it like an antagonist because it's just training.
Yeah.
Maybe the antagonist is within.
I mean, they have to touch on. I mean, the big spoiler for last season was.
Yeah.
Oh, we can talk. If you ain't seen it, Demon Slayer by now, I mean,
just put it on the side.
Shorty in the sun.
She's talking. She's talking. She's talking, and she's in the sun.
Yeah.
So they have to. We have to see something with that. This season.
Right, and yeah.
And there's a couple of Hashiras that act as antagonists, I think.
Yeah, there's some internal conflict. There's some internal conflict going on for sure.
I mean, one thing that you can always rely on Demon Slayer on is the backstories. So like they do a fantastic job of building characters. So hopefully we get a lot more of that.
Yeah, and maybe that's what the season is. It's gonna be character development. You know,
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. There's something that happens at the end that's dope.
Yeah. That's
kind of like
manga wise, you mean?
Yeah, manga wise. Yeah, at the end of this arc that hopefully they get into. That's gonna be like, like this is about to be, but yeah, they're going into the end game.
Which Hashira do each of y'all resonate with the most?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Which Hashira?
I gotta think about that one.
Y'all can go.
Most relates to who you are, the one that you relate to the most.
Dang, that's tough.
I don't remember the water Hashira's name, but he's just chill. He just
I can see
that.
Yeah,
I can see that as you.
He doesn't cause any problems, but he's there when he needs to be.
He's needed, right. He's like quiet, but like he take care of business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
David, you the flashy Joe.
Oh, you got me. You got me. I'm probably gonna use that.
The one with the three wives.
Entertainment district. With the three wives.
Okay, yeah. He's live though.
He's live. I'll
take that one. Yeah.
Dude from Mugen Train arc was good too, but
man, RP Goku, man.
I'm gonna have to say him too, man.
Goku was that guy, bro. Bro, because one he loved to eat. Remember the Mugen Train, bro? Yum. So bro, Goku's dope.
He's dope.
I'll probably say that I like the strong one. I forget his name.
Yeah, the one that always cries.
Yeah, the one that's always crying.
Constantly in prayer. He's the number one strongest one.
Yeah, do we know a lot of his backstory?
Nah, we're gonna find out more about him in this story.
So I know. I read his backstory. Yeah. Do you want to know?
Nah.
But I like him though because he's like
good though?
He's strong, but he's like also very much vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like the symbolism of the tier. Like obviously you look at him, he's the biggest, he's the strongest, Hashira, but he's also one of the most like
empathetic,
thoughtful, empathetic, right? And so yeah.
I feel like out of the group, I feel like I'm the baby to anime. Is there another anime that y'all feel like tugs at your heartstrings like Demon Slayer? Like I will never forget watching that first episode of Demon Slayer and being like, bro, what does Mike got me watching? His family's dead, yo. Like,
man, I'd say Naruto. Like, I mean, part of it's sentimental, but like, truly to his point with My Hero Academia, it's like, man, you watch a kid like be an outcast from the beginning and then work his way up and get that adulation, stuff like that. And I think that's something as a kid, that's something that a lot of people, I know me and things of that nature, really related to growing up.
Oh, that's nice.
And like going back to it now, it's like, man, like, hey, like I feel like a lot of that stuff is replicated in my life, and it definitely tugs at the heartstrings. And I think there's a couple arcs in there that as well have some mature themes and some themes that are really interesting and things of that nature as well. So I'd say Naruto. I'd plug that for sure.
Okay.
I'll say there's a reason why I've been dedicating 4 years of my life to One Piece. It's because it grabs your heart. Yeah. So it's a story about family. It's a pirate crew, right? Yeah. But each of these members have traumatic past. You said you like backstories? Yeah. One Piece is the king of backstories. They have like traumatic past, something brokenness in their family, and they find family amongst the pirate crew as they engage on this epic adventure. So there have been times when legit tears, like watching One Piece.
Wow.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. All right. I wanted to piggyback off of what he said just real quick as far as My Hero Academia. So in My Hero Academia, I'm sure there's a lot of people that watch it, but it's so relatable to life. Everybody has a quirk. Everybody has. Some people are quirkless, right? In the show, some people have quirks, and I feel like the people that are quirkless in real life today are the people that feel like they don't have any significance in this world. You know what I'm saying? And whether it be like from, grade school, whether it be like sports or whatever it may be. And you know what I mean? What's this name? All Might. All Might comes in, right? Mentor or whatever it may be, like in real life, he comes in and he gives someone a chance. He gives Deco a chance. Same thing with like me. Someone gives you a chance and you work hard. It's just like, man, this is my great opportunity to be able to show up in life. Right. And from there, and it's the same thing, and I relate it back to kind of like solo leveling as well too. I literally like when I saw the first episode of Solo Leveling, I named that the theme of this year, Solo Leveling for me, because it's just because I was just like, man, like you can get better in life by just like figuring out like you and like creating it, making it a game. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, what's gonna be my solo leveling in life? You know what I mean? It's just and I love the fact that he does it in secret. You know what I mean? What he does in secret, he doesn't have to talk about like what he's doing. He doesn't talk about. He just shows and people like recognize and see and just like, man. So I was just like, man, like that's what I named the theme of my year solo leveling.
I love that. And I love it because they always question him and they're like, man, is this the same?
Right, is this the same guy?
And it's just like, like you work in silence and they just like, dang, is this the same Davis? Is this the same Louis? Like, this is not the guy I knew from like 5 years ago.
Exactly.
I like that. I say one of the heart pullers for me would probably be Attack on Titans, man. Like, there's just so many moments in that series that just like I was watching the episode where they were trying to get Eren when what's his name had kidnapped Eren in the beginning, and they were like on this whole like chase.
The female Titan, right?
The female Titan, Reiner, yeah. And so like the captain, what's his name, Erwin, when he was like, let's go, and then bro got his arm bit off by a Titan, and he still like keep going for it. I was like, bro, this is crazy. And then another moment was when they were, I think, in Wall Rose, and the Beast Titan was like,
throwing
all the rock, and they had that like they knew it was a suicide mission, but like all was like the sacrifice, dog, and then like it's just so many moments.
Yeah, when they had to choose, when they had to choose, what's his name? It was either going to be Erwin or Armin.
Yes,
that was.
I was like, how you going to? I was like, bro, choose Erwin. But
then like how they followed the guilt that Armin had the whole time.
Survivor's guilt.
He should have chose Erwin. Yeah.
Yo, one more. I haven't heard us talk about it. Vinland Saga.
I've heard that too.
And that's a hard puller because, like, it's first of all, it's adult. It's adult type of anime, right?
Yeah.
And the main character it takes place in the Viking times.
Yeah.
Main character loses his dad, right, to some Viking villain, and so you think it's going to be this typical revenge arc, this revenge story, but his dad tells him, "You have no real enemies." So the rest of the show is about him in this world of like full of violence, recognizing that I can be a different person and I can actually put peace out in the world instead of war.
Oh wow,
it's really dope.
So good.
That's super dope.
I'd also plug Ranking of Kings. I don't know if y'all.
There's so many. The thing is, like, if you initially watching, you'll be like, man, this show is whack.
Honestly, the animation style.
Oh wait, hold on. What's that?
Solomon's like, I never.
Yeah, that was an emotional tear for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. That was a good one.
All right, so going to the next segment. So recently we lost a legendary anime writer, producer, in Akira, who made the famous Dragon Ball Z saga. So
that's right.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't realize the impact he had. Like seeing him like reposted by like CNN, ABC. I'm like stuck in our little anime world. I'm like, I don't really know about him, but I'm like, I'm seeing him everywhere. Yeah. I'm like, wow, like his impact really expanded outside of just the anime world.
Dragon Ball Z like transcended anime. Like people who don't know what anime is know what Dragon Ball Z is.
I have a question though. I always liked Dragon Ball Z, but more so, y'all are like really, really into it. I told you I didn't really like watch it growing up.
Right.
What is it about Dragon Ball Z though? It's just like it's not like the other animes. I don't think. Is there character development?
Oh,
there's a bunch of fighting.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'd say it was the pinnacle of action in anime. Like everything that you see right now, like in terms of My Hero Academia, Naruto, it all really copied the leveling. Hey, I'm gonna shout and I'm gonna get powerful.
Yes.
Yeah, it really
Powering
adopted
up,
that. Having the beast within you per se, like leveling up and stuff of that nature. I say the storyline is something that I never really connected with, and I feel like over time I drew a little bit away from. But it's something always looking back. As a kid, like it was inspirational. It was something where the action, even if you had to wait a couple episodes to see what Goku was doing.
Tune in next time. You were there. Dragon Ball Z.
You're right there. You're right there. Right there.
But even like a Naruto or One Piece, I'm sure like the way that they do their story building and how it's happened over years is very similar to Dragon Ball Z, right? Like Dragon Ball, like as Goku as a child, like going to Dragon Ball Z, and then you're always telling me about GT and Super. Yeah. Like it's a long. I mean, I feel like it's impossible to catch up, really, but I think they are the pioneer, really.
That's the word. Like they introduced the formula. Of like the shonen, like storytelling, because we're all even in an American context. Like we see these goofy cartoons. There's no character development. There's no one overarching plot. So for us, it's like the first time you see like, oh wow, like this continuous story and like people fighting this villain from each episode. So it's the first of the best.
It was like a show growing up that didn't take you as a kid for granted. Like your parents were watching these things that had these complex storylines, and Dragon Ball Z was like, yo, like kids can get these complex storylines too, and it was nice. And then like imagine it was an era where we were all, I mean, we still play video games, but like super into video games, and then you got all the Dragon Ball Z video games coming out. Like, we were like into it. We were like tapped in. Budokai, what?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I think a lot of us saw a little bit of ourselves in Goku, right? You see him as just like Vegeta or Gohan, and you see yourself as like this like basic guy, and then you start leveling up every single era, right? So you see first you got the initial Goku, then he goes Kaioken, then he goes at Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, and you're like, or even Gohan, you're like, oh man, like I got big footsteps to like fill, and it's like you see him supersede his dad.
Mm-hmm. No, he never superseded Piccolo.
He did.
You're right. Piccolo was the real
Gohan.
Hey, look, man. Shout out to Piccolo, dad of the year. Dad of the year.
Was Ultra Instinct the pinnacle of his power, or is there something
At this point?
So,
At this point, yeah.
Ultra Instinct is higher than God. There's like a God.
Yeah, it's like God, then it's Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
I will say they got a little crazy with the power level scales after they kind of got into Super.
No, I think it's because like they wanted to deviate from like Super Saiyan. They were like Super Saiyan is like let's end this saga and like create this whole new.
So you feel like Ultra Instinct is OD?
Not that it's OD.
It's hard.
Go ahead.
I will say that Ultra Instinct is cool. I think everything they did after Dragon Ball Z, fantastic. But Super Saiyan 3 is like all time, probably like the most, the coolest power up I've ever seen in any anime ever.
Even though it took about 10 episodes.
Just standing there shouting.
Yeah.
Man losing his eyebrows.
I was like, Brent, why you have to lose his eyebrows? I was like, I guess he grew so much hair. He's like, we got to lose his eyebrows, bro. I was like, that's random. I was like...
But I like what you said about you see yourself in these characters, especially growing up. I would never forget. I like seeing Trunks for the first time with the crop jacket. I was like, bro, he's on to something.
He had a drip.
My man had the drip. I'm like, bro, this is
from the future, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, I think I need to tap into this. Like,
bro, the way he just handled Frieza though, I was like, because he's going through the whole Namek saga. Frieza go through about 4 transformations, and Goku like just trying to hang. He like killed Krillin for the 16th time. Vegeta go down, and then you see Trunks just come in, King Cold, done. Frieza, done. I'm like, yo, crazy.
It is different.
Crazy. So speaking of DBZ, man, we're gonna talk about what are y'all's favorite DBZ arcs. You got Frieza, Cell.
Hands down. Oh, actually,
I like Boo.
The Boo arc is amazing.
Okay, tell me about the Boo. Why you like Boo so much?
Man, just the absorption. I think that was like wow. Like I feel like how I felt with Game of Thrones and like that nobody was safe in Game of Thrones is how I felt during the Boo saga. Actually, Cell and Boo, they're neck and neck. Cell is like gonna always hold a place in like all of our hearts. But like when Cell was absorbing folks, like I think you were like, yo, I think nobody's safe. Like nobody. I think there's something special about I think when a show can like kill off like a loved character and then just still
bring him right back.
I say Boo too because so many character arcs came to fruition in that, in the sense of one, you had Vegeta, who had the Majin Buu era, where he got to actually beat up on Goku. Like everybody's just saying, like, hey, like when is Vegeta gonna get his time?
The Majin Vegeta versus Goku was one of the best fighting scenes of the series.
Exactly. And then like I think he's just a unique villain. Like he's just straight up. Like he's just cool. He had like 4 different power-up levels and things of that nature.
The fat Boo wasn't that cool though.
You don't like him like that?
Nah, he was not cool. He was eating people.
I didn't care for Skinny Boo.
For real?
I didn't care for Skinny Boo.
I thought
really?
Skinny Tone?
Yeah.
Oh, he was kind of iffy.
Go on, handle him though.
But then we also got the fusion. Like after that, it was like, hey, we got
I like my Boo skinny and fat.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Saiyan arc. The Saiyan arc, and only because it's the first. You know what I'm saying? Like again, like before even watching DBZ, you don't get to see those types of stories, and all of a sudden you're seeing all your favorite love characters from the Dragon Ball, like Tenon, Yamcha, getting bodied, right? And you're just like, what is going on? And then here comes Vegeta, and like he's just like evil incarnate. You know, so just seeing that for the first time as a child was just mind blowing.
Was dope, and it gave a backstory because it's like, okay, we talked about Goku and Dragon Ball, but now it's like, oh, he came from a whole planet. They're like, you my brother? I didn't know I had a brother. Raditz. And then you see Vegeta, Nappa, they give all this backstory. Vegeta was a prince, his dad, blah, 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 blah. And then they got the,
like story building. Like
story building.
Like as a kid, you're like, yo.
True. Yeah, I would have to say Frieza Saga though. Frieza Saga was just epic in my opinion, man. Because first, you know, they get to Namek, you meet the Namekians, you see where Piccolo comes from, who they introduced in the Saiyan Saga. And then you got the Ginyu Force.
Oh,
that was just crazy. Like the way they milked
they were a little corny.
Because like they were corny. So it dance right. But you see, you got Goku who's not there yet, and like Vegeta, he's kind of like good guy, bad guy, kind of. Krillin, Gohan are there, young Gohan, and so they're trying to like deal with Frieza, but like this Frieza got a squad. And so then in that moment that Goku just lands on Namek, you know what I'm saying? He's out we always use the that meme with Goku in the little water chamber getting ready. Like, okay, a lot of us like we use that like, oh, I'm loaded. I'm in construction right now. And then when he get there, you just see, oh, Goku powered up. Like he back. And then that first Super Saiyan transformation, dog. Like the music, like one thing, Dragon Ball Z did a great job of like music entrance into transformations. But that Super Saiyan Goku was incredible with the burning lava filled Namek. They done destroyed the whole planet and it's just Goku and Frieza just going at it in full form. Like it was crazy. And you see even after everything that Frieza's done, destroyed his planet, you see Goku still have mercy on him at the end. And that was kind of Goku's like always Achilles heel because he'd have mercy to a fault and then they would still betray him again. You know what I mean? And so, but that was dope. That was dope. I love the Frieza art. Yeah.
I think
because with Cell Android too. The androids go hand in
hand.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Cell
Android kind of feeds into that.
How do y'all feel about Dragon Ball GT though? Like,
didn't care for it.
I didn't care for it.
I didn't care for it. I watched it.
Super Saiyan 4 was low key live.
It was live. It was live.
Which arc was the one with what's his name, Jiren?
Oh, that was Super. That's
the one that I like. That's when I first that was one of my first. That's when they first introduced Ultra Instinct.
They ate on the power tournament where they introduced the different universes because like you see different Saiyans from different universes. You see Jiren, and then you see like Lord Beerus and all that. Gold Frieza. And I love how they brought Android 17 back and made him a good guy. He was like really good. Like he was handling. He was part of the main thing. But yeah, so now we're gonna transition into a newer anime, Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu Kaisen, it's personally my favorite anime right now, even more than Demon Slayer, I'd say, just because of the storytelling. So right now they just finished season 2. So season 1, spoiler alert,
tell me about JJK. Like, sell it to me.
So
Dark Naruto.
Dark
Naruto. Okay,
you got this high school kid, Yuji Itadori, and he gets introduced to this society called Jujutsu, the Jujutsu Society. So there's this like evil sorcerer from like thousands of years ago named Sukuna, and he's kind of like one of those guys, those super evil guys back in the day. They're so evil that they gotta, put him in a box, and so he has his fingers kind of spread all over the world. And so they're trying to. There's an evil society that's trying to bring Sukuna back. Okay. So they're doing that by having Yuji eat the fingers. So Yuji
told him the whole thing.
So basically, clip notes. You got a guy named Yuji. He gets into Jujutsu. He goes to a high school. There's a whole high school for Jujutsu. Yeah. And then you have this battle. That's kind of in the background. It's kind of like Hogwarts. It's kind of like Harry Potter. Like it's a whole like Hogwarts world.
Naruto.
No, it's real.
Harry Potter.
It's like a magic. It's like a kingdom that humans don't really know about that's happening.
Okay.
And there's a lot of really dope characters in there that have different abilities. It's kind of like My Hero Academia, where people got quirks or like powers, but everybody's different. Yeah. Everybody got these domains that they can put you in, and things can get busy. But I think the animation's amazing. The combat's great. The storytelling's great. The plot's great.
I'll be a devil's advocate.
Okay. Go for it.
Season 1, it didn't have that great story.
Yeah, you told me to watch. You told me to watch a YouTube video on season 1.
It did not have that great.
Okay, but it's building up.
The point with JJK is that it is overly complicated. That is its Achilles heel. I say like you got the domain expansion, you got the school, you got all these different characters and the power scaling.
Yeah.
And I feel like they didn't lay it out well in the first season. Yeah. But I will say the second season turned me into a believer because it rolled off of Itadori, and I'm like, hey, like Itadori. Main character, I don't really care much about you.
Right,
but
right.
Gojo kind of carries that a little bit better.
So Gojo is like Kakashi to Naruto. Okay. Yeah. So but Gojo is like he is like the strongest. Yeah, he's the strongest in the whole.
And strikingly handsome too.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think
we're secure.
It's about like white hair, blue eyes. They always make these super strong characters, like Ultra Instinct.
Like say something about that.
Buddy from Hunter. What's Hunter's new?
Killua.
Killua. Yeah, Killua. I don't know what it is about the white hair, blue eyes. It makes him super strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Gojo is him. Gojo is him.
And speaking of Killua, I see the connection between Hunter x Hunter and JJK with the complex like story and power systems.
I mean, speaking to what Solomon said, y'all just said Harry Potter, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, and My Hero Academia all in one.
That's the influence it got. It's influenced by so many different things, and you just see it. And like just this like the Shibuya incident, it's just like you said, it really made me that much more of a fan. You know,
I'd agree. I'd say the strength of this season, animation for sure. Like there's 3 episodes back to back. I'm like, how are they doing this? It don't make no sense.
Seriously, how are they doing
this? It looks too good. Oh, wow. And then like the strength of also the fact that Gojo is the most popular character in the show, the strongest character in the show. Yeah. Spoilers, but they locked that man up. They locked him up in like the 3rd episode. And that's where it got even stronger because they're able to utilize some of the characters within the show that had different strengths and capabilities and storylines that they had built on in the 1st season. And it really shined throughout the 2nd season. And that's where I was like, okay, I'll let them work because they've been doing good the last couple episodes.
And y'all told me that some of the animation sometimes isn't even complete and it's still amazing.
They were having a lot of issues with the writers and the producers and the animators because like they were on such strict deadlines, and so they had like, yo, you gotta have this episode done by Wednesday night 11:59. They're like, bro, I ain't gonna be done. All right, just turn in what you got. And like even 70% done. It's still incredible.
Nothing touches it right now. All right.
Mind blowing.
Y'all making me believe.
What was y'all's favorite parts of the Shibuya incident?
I was gonna say, I was just thinking of a scene just right now. There were so many different scenes.
So many.
The scene where Dagon trapped him in his domain.
Oh, when they had the beach.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Dagon trapped him there, bro. That whole fight scene, bro. And then when Togo, was it Togo?
Zombie Togo?
Yes, when he came into the domain,
Toji?
I was just like, bro. And when he went to work on Dagon, bro, that was live. Yeah, that was.
He made those sharp objects.
Sucking up versus Megumi.
Oh yeah. Magahori.
That was come on.
Magahori.
He brought that arrow out. He was like, that fire arrow on Gojo or I think it's Jogo.
Jogo.
Hey man,
bro, it was so crazy because like just when you think you met someone super powerful, you meet somebody the next episode. Because like you see the old dude from the Zenin family, and then they face the water dude. And then you see the lava dude, Jogo, he just blast. I was like, yo, they fire though. They good. How you killed him like that?
The way Jogo was fighting Sukuna though, I was just like, bro, why wasn't he this strong when he was fighting
that's how strong Gojo is. That's how strong Gojo is.
That's how the levels. Yeah, the levels.
But seeing how Sukuna was handling Mahorori or whatever, I was like, bro, can Gojo like fight him? Like, like when you think about it, like that.
Read the manga.
I don't feel like I've seen this.
You read the manga too?
Yeah. I did read the manga. But I'm like, oh damn, all y'all. I haven't even gotten to the Cullen games yet. So.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean,
you have to for this show. It's so intricate. You got to read the manga and watch the anime.
To
really like get into it.
It's kind of like the
before. Like
just do it simultaneously.
It's a point with like Attack on Titan where it's like the season stops for a little bit and your hunger still
there because they leave you with a taste in your mouth. I'm gonna start reading.
So
exactly.
My favorite fight was Yuji versus who was that cursed manipulation brother with the blood?
Choso.
The scene that animated that blood was like a laser.
That was wild. That was wild.
Man.
I love how though like Choso like turned.
Yes.
Just
like what's his name, Todoroki.
Tojo. That's actually one of my favorite fights though. When Yuji and Tojo was going against was it Maito?
Oh Maito.
That was so because Tojo just came out of nowhere. I was like, yes. Because bro, Yuji be on his last breath all the time, and so I was like, bro, Tojo, we need you, big dog. We need you, big dog. Get in there.
How does he say, bro, da? How does he say, brother? You know whenever he calls him brother, whenever he walks into the scene and he's just like, bro,
Tojo weird. But yeah, nah.
I was gonna throw a corkscrew.
Yeah.
You know, just like it's like 5 to 10 seconds. What do you think about Chainsaw Man?
Hey,
I can't believe you missed Chainsaw Man, bro. Yes,
bro, it looks so
Chainsaw Man.
Ridiculous.
No. Chainsaw Man slaps.
Bro.
Chainsaw Man
it looks
slaps.
ridiculous.
It's like it's Pulp Fiction, but it's just like
Chainsaw Man.
The first episode, I was
Bro, there ain't no way.
Reservoir Dogs.
Bro.
Think like anime version Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction
It just looks
as an
ridiculous.
anime.
It looks crazy,
Chainsaw Man.
but give it a chance, bro.
And then read the manga for that one.
Honestly,
read the manga for that one.
that's like
Honestly, Chainsaw Man, I'll say top 5.
Yes, top 5. Definitely top
You get to
5.
that hotel, I'm like,
Definitely
wait, hold
top
up.
Yes.
Hold up.
Especially
I'm taking notes.
spoiler, like when you start to learn about Makima,
Oh,
her power,
bro.
The fact that someone thought about that is
Yeah.
her power is like genius.
Yo.
Like that's like
Hold on, what's her power?
It's like
we don't want to spoil that one for
bro.
you, bro. Just
Let's
read
talk.
that
Can we
one.
please talk about this?
He's got too much to watch.
Everyone's gonna want to watch this show. Like all these spoilers.
Oh, sorry, it's one little element.
Do you want to know it?
No. You don't spoil that.
I don't
man.
know.
Don't spoil that.
You got-
My mind is just blown because when I see Chainsaw Man, I'm like, this looks
That's
like
what I thought,
look
bro.
at Greg,
Like,
you got
It looks like a
Chainsaw
joke.
Man.
It's
Yeah.
like
Same
it's
thing I
like
thought.
their powers is it's like Mozart wrote it.
Yes, bro.
Like
Yes,
it's
bro.
it's
what?
No. It's
I'll tell
spelled
you.
out because like the ending was like sad. It was like a dark, sad ending. This dude loses. Like, man, look, just gotta watch.
It's
this
not
show,
long.
bro.
It can't be that long.
No,
No,
so
it's
there's
not
another
that long.
season. out right
I'm
now,
talking about the
so
ending in the manga.
No. Okay.
Read because right now they introduced like a whole brand new story.
Oh, I
right,
see,
like
I see.
part 2,
In the
right?
manga,
But in the manga, just read part 1,
Okay.
and you'll be good. That's a whole complete narrative right there.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we talked about Chainsaw Man, some other ones.
Wow.
So what are some of like y'all's favorite hot new animes that people may or may not know that y'all just like? There's a million
Like
of them.
anime proper, or because I know you the purist.
So
you know?
anime proper. So before we get in that, matter of fact, let's go into that. We're gonna talk about what are some animes or some cartoons that people may not consider anime, but we put in that same category.
Static Shock. We put
Static
that in.
Shock?
We gotta get one black. We gotta get one black.
That's cartoon.
Black on a plane.
That's DC.
Black on a plane.
That's common.
That's like
Solomon.
Get out.
No, you gotta say Avatar, bro.
Of course.
The Avatar storyline is arguably better than many animes. I'm not gonna say most animes. Many
Some
animes.
animes, bro.
Some animes.
Honestly,
Many animes.
Honestly, it's top 3, bro.
Easy.
Static Shock.
Bro,
Oh,
the anticipation for this,
Avatar.
like
Avatar.
they're letting the Avatar creators with Nickelodeon build a whole world,
Yeah.
and like what they did with Legend of Korra too. Like, bro,
Right.
it's rare that I like see a sequel and I'm just like just as tapped in. Like,
So what makes an anime? I think that's the question. Like, what makes an anime?
I think the style, when you see the fighting style, it's martial arts,
It's-
right?
yeah,
a
it's
lot of the
animation,
animes
martial
are based on
arts,
martial
yeah.
arts.
A lot
and
of
you see
the
the way
same-
Aang fights.
the
And
same
even
tropes,
with
too.
The earth bending. Even if you watch the live action, a lot of them talked about how they had to learn martial arts to do the fighting styles. Because it's like, it reminds you of anime. Same with Samurai Jack too, I feel like.
yeah, and that's actually one that Netflix it was not a Netflix film, right?
That was
M. Night Shyamalan killed it, made it horrible, but then Netflix brought it back. And I
Netflix
was
brought it back.
I was very
Yeah,
impressed.
yeah,
I was
Avatar.
Avatar. The live action.
Really good
I was
job.
very
They did a
impressed.
good job
Very
with
impressed.
casting, the acting
Very
was
impressed.
good. Yeah, that was dope.
My expectations were low, but I'm very impressed.
Yeah, I exceeded expectations.
I'm gonna throw one that's out of
Go
left
ahead.
field.
Yeah.
Invincible.
Invincible. I've been watching.
Bro,
I love
Anime.
it,
Yeah,
but
I
not
know.
anime. It's not anime.
Let me make
It's not
because like
anime.
It's not.
what do we love about anime? We like the character building, right?
Yeah.
We like the fights,
Beautiful.
right? We
Yeah.
like the world building, and we like
Yeah.
the plots, right?
Right.
Invincible introduces all of that, and it
Man.
does it in a Western, context of like how we are used to watching like DC or Marvel comics.
Right.
But it's not anime, and none of these shows y'all are talking about is anime.
But Invincible, no, I'm with you. Invincible
I
is.
see. I think.
I gotta watch Invincible.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's
about
good.
it.
Oh,
It's
it's
good.
yeah.
It's good. I would say one key element of true anime is Shonen Jump. Yeah,
Talk about
Shonen
it.
Jump.
Yeah.
So it's like Shonen Jump. I'm sure y'all know what it is, but a person who, whether you know what I mean, they start off somewhere. Because with Invincible, he's just he inherits his power. He's all of a sudden just strong. There was no process.
That man definitely gets stronger over time.
No,
I
he
think
does.
that's
He
every
got his
story.
he got his
That's
butt-
every
He
Look,
didn't
Look,
have his
Look,
powers
Look.
initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have his powers initially, but then he suddenly gets it. And then he's always strong. He just doesn't utilize his powers. His dad always has to like beat him up all the time.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
always been like just overdose strong. He's just scared to
tapped
like
in,
use it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all it
right.
is. With Shonen Jump though, someone like even with like solo leveling, I was gonna say solo leveling is mine, right?
Yeah.
Someone who is just like isn't strong at all, but they work
hard to be able to get to where they are. It's so relatable to life. So I feel like that's a key element of animation.
I do like that. That's why I can't. I like One Punch Man, but like I can't because One Punch Man is so powerful. It's like it makes it kind of not fun.
But it's a satire though. It's like it's poking fun at the OP character.
But that's what I thought when I thought of Chainsaw Man. Like when I saw it, I was like, this is gonna be another One Punch Man.
Oh no,
you know, but
he works on it. He works on his powers.
And
he's traumatized. That man is traumatized.
The man with the chainsaw head.
So it's like overcoming his trauma too.
For sure. I would throw and again maybe this is recency bias, but man, X-Men the original cartoon, just cause like bro, they did it.
Y'all were talking about
Oh, it's on Disney Plus.
So it's on Disney Plus. So
bro,
both of them, the old one,
the new one, bro. The fact
there's a new one.
So they continued it.
They continued.
So they decided to reboot the X-Men from like the 90s that we watched, and they were like, you know what, let's just continue.
So it looks the same.
It looks the same, and I like that they did that. It looks a little bit more modern, but they use the same animation style. It's still kind of like 2D.
A lot of the same.
Sometimes they have these freaks out kind of 3D looking ones that look real weird. Like I didn't really care for X-Men Evolution like that, but like the original X-Men, like in the 3 episodes that they got so far, bro. I don't know if you saw the 3rd episode.
Fantastic,
bro.
Like it's so good.
I said,
and they have a lot of the same voice actors. Some of the same voice actors from
the original.
I'm hurt already because apparently, like, thank God they already got the first 2 seasons written, but they fired the writer, bro.
I saw
black dude. They fired him. They haven't announced why they fired him. They said that maybe because he has an OnlyFans or something weird like that. But bro, the writing in these first 3 episodes, I'm literally watching this like, bro, why is this so good?
This is so good.
Like, why is this so good?
You know, sometimes the Disney they be messing up shows.
They be messing stuff up.
Bro, this X-Men. So I would throw that in there. Even more than like the Avengers Marvel, but I don't know, something about X-Men that's just real anime.
I think because we black though. Like,
is
that's why, because it's like it's about being
different.
Being different, but also being discriminated against. And so that's what I found relatable about X-Men.
Oh, X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Marvel has. Go ahead.
I'd say, are we talking about low-key ones that I recommend or what?
No, ones that
wouldn't be considered
anime, but
or newer ones. Yeah.
I was gonna say Teen Titans, but I mean,
that was good.
Which? What are you talking about? Teen Titans
Go. The original one. The original one is like that was dark play.
I like good.
Slade. And this might not be a popular opinion, but the Teen Titans that they had, the live action jump that first season, fantastic.
I didn't see that one.
So good. Yes, it was good. It was good. Interesting.
Oh, I saw the trailer for it. I didn't see it actually.
Wasn't Slade like in his head the whole time?
Oh yeah. You mean Robin?
Yeah, that's dark.
Oh man, yeah. Haunted that episode, bro. He's up there seeing Slade in his mind, man. Hall of Fame, right there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So now, favorite anime that y'all are watching right now? Maybe a new one, up and coming one, a low key one.
Oh, Demon Slayer. Gotta be Demon Slayer.
I got an old one. I go back to.
Okay.
Samurai Champloo. Same creator as Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
What I love is that. I'm sorry to diss the One Pieces and the Narutos of the world that have 1,000 episodes.
All the slander.
Of course, the story's gonna be good when you got that many episodes. I want to see it done with little episodes. Fair enough. So, Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop, 26 episodes each. Same creator. Story is great.
Dope.
It's self-contained. Every character shines. Okay. And I gotta recommend it. It's something you can watch on a weekend. You gotta spend your whole life trying to catch up.
The soundtrack too.
I was listening on the way here, man.
The bebop is jazz and Champloo is like hip hop.
I like that.
I'm with that. Yeah. You gotta shout out your shirt when you said the hip hop.
Yeah. Talking about the Kendrick controversy. I didn't even know about it. That's what's up. Okay, so I forget the name of this show. First of all, it's not a anime yet. It's a manga, but it's one of the best mangas that I feel like is going to be animated. I think it's called Karubachi. And it's about this kid who has a father who is a swordsman. And he creates these samurai swords, and they're magical samurai swords. And the Yakuza goes and kills the father and jacks all the swords, leaving only one behind for the kid. So now the kid grows up and he's on this revenge fighting these magical Yakuza with his magical samurai sword. Interesting. That's going to get animated pretty soon.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll check it out.
Cool. I gotta go with Solo Leveling, man. Solo Leveling is like, I recently just started watching it. I think they're like 10 episodes deep into the animation. And like, man, you just see this dude who is like a nobody. He like, it's this world where they get introduced to like these, what is it? these like demons or these like kind of like dark stuff.
They have
whatever.
like dungeons.
Yeah. And so it just changes the whole scape. So people get appointed as hunters, right? And so you're like,
it's a business. It's a business.
Yeah. They made it to a business, but you're like graded between S class and then there's like E, which is like a nobody, like a scrub. Like you can get washed by anybody. So like this guy is an E class, super trash, but you know it's a way of making money. So he got a sick mom. And he's like going to these dungeons. He's like almost dying. These healers are like helping him heal each time. And then he ends up in this crazy dungeon where they're like faced with like, you know, God. And, you know, one thing about it that was dope, that even though he was a level E, he still had the confidence. He kept going. And he was the one that got him out of that situation, which helped him to power up because he was bold and confident. So then he kind of inherits this new power that's different from everybody. And so they still think he's the same level E scrub. And he's like, rising up in rank with each episode. So it's
how many episodes solo?
It's 10 right now.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Will this be considered an isekai genre? It looks like when someone goes from one world to like a fantasy world, and then like they kind of like.
I think it's
level up in the fantasy
world.
So.
I think it's just a
same.
leveling. I don't know what genre type that is. I know it is Korean, and they adapted it in Japanese.
Yeah.
It's just a leveling up art.
Sounds
but
interesting.
you gave the synopsis like everybody's already watching that show, man. You got to give us a low key
Really?
one.
You challenged you.
Come on.
He just threw the
Hey,
gauntlet down.
he's
Let's
gonna
go.
say ninja.
Yes.
He's gonna say
I was gonna say
ninja.
Ninja
Okay.
That one's hype.
Ninja
That one's
Kamui.
hype.
Ninja Kamui.
Tell me about
How do you
it.
say it?
Kamui?
Kamui. Yeah, Ninja Kamui. And bro, y'all hurt my feelings, bro, because I've said it like several times in the group chat. Y'all just ignore it.
I didn't. I'm not in the group chat. I didn't watch it.
Solomon's got it in the group chat.
Come on.
Also, not many episodes. Right?
Yeah, there's like seven.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
See, I'm with this.
What's it about?
What's it called again?
Ninja, bro, that's the hottest thing out.
What's it called?
Okay,
Ninja
so-
what?
Ninja KAMUI.
Okay,
It's
tell
on
me
HBO.
about what's
Okay,
the
so look,
It's on
I'm
HBO?
gonna sell it to you right now.
Okay.
The synopsis is basically, it's this ninja. There's this ninja society,
Okay.
right? And basically, these two ninja, the ninja society, you sell out your soul to the ninja society. You know that's gonna be where you are till you die. You can't have any kids. You can't. Anyways, two people fall in love. They want to leave the society basically because like now like there's this one guy, this evil guy. He wants to take over. He's changing it to be something else that it's not.
Yeah.
Right. So then they leave. Anyways, this ninja society finds them. Right. And okay, the cool thing about this ninja society, they all have like their own ninja art. Basically, think of like they have like their own quirk, they have like their own like superpower kind of thing, right? Yeah. So, anyways, this man and this lady, they fall in love, they have a baby, they get excommunicated. But anyways, they're like two of the strongest, most powerful ninjas. Anyways, the whole story, and I don't want to reveal everything. The whole story is about basically the ninja society finds them.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
They find them, and then they murder his family.
Oh,
so
sure.
he's going on this revenge kind of thing, like basically like just wants to take down the whole society down. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but it's just like it gets better and better every episode. Even from episode 1, it's
okay. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out tonight.
It's a nice little blend with like Naruto-esque ninja arts.
Okay.
All right,
I'm gonna check it out.
They be boxing in that.
I'm gonna
show.
check.
Bro. Okay.
Yeah. I'm interested. My interest is peaked.
Yeah.
All right, will you?
I'm always gonna be the not purist. But like right now, like the last thing that I watched other than Demon Slayer that was just like, man, this is pretty good, is Blue Eye Samurai. It's not an anime. It's not an anime, but like the story was amazing. It's on Netflix. Yeah. And they take all the anime tropes and things like that, but it reminds me of what you're saying. It's a character that was like nothing that like society has cast aside. Right. It's like a Chinese man.
Wait, is he white? Why is he blue eyed?
So he's half white.
Oh, okay.
He's half white.
It's a she.
You just ruined
major.
But don't spoil it.
Major spoiler. You know it from the very
major spoiler. Wow. You might as well not watch it.
Flashing spoiler warning. This whole episode at the bottom.
But yeah. But grows into this like amazing samurai that's on a revenge. On the revenge.
I was like, why you say it's a guy?
No, man. Well, man, that wraps up this episode, man.
This is fun,
this was
man.
a good discussion, man. Many more anime talks to come.
Sure.
But yeah, man, that's it, man. This is Society the podcast. We'll see y'all next time. Stay tuned. Peace.